Young
Oh, that
seven.
what? No. Yep. On that note, everybody
Yep,
take
yep, yep,
5 minutes.
yep.
Go get yourself a breath mint after that line. Oh,
Yeah, because
Lord,
he
have
asking somebody
mercy.
how some taste and all.
Like,
Okay, I mean
what the
he kind of
fuck
rough,
up?
ain't he? I
Yo,
don't know what's wrong with these boys nowadays. They ain't got no manners, no home training.
mm-mm,
That's what's wrong
mm-mm,
with them. They're getting too hot for them. That's what it is. Speaking of
mm-mm.
hot, how's the weather up there?
Oh, so it didn't rain. So that's good. We hit I think it hit like 73 degrees up here today. On the last time I looked at my phone, that's what it was about when I was in Guilderland. That's where my job location is at. So even though
Okay.
I live in Albany and I'm stationed in Albany, my job is over in Guilderland. If you're familiar with the capital region, you know that's just next door. Okay. And in between, we got on the other side of that, we've got Schenectady. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Schenectady, usually sometimes their weather differs from ours, but it looked like it was clear all the way across the board. There was a couple of little bit of sprinkles on one side of Guilderland today for about all of maybe 10,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 10, 15 minutes, but that
Right.
was that. After that, it was smooth sailing, you
Okay.
know.
Okay.
And the air is feeling, I mean, it's smelling a little fresher, when the rain hits, that
Mm-hmm.
smell that comes in the air, it's not
After the
like the
wind
air is
hitting, it
pure.
dries
It's just
out.
that, that the air quality is a little bit better after the
Right.
rain sometimes. That's all.
Right. Right. Well, down here in Carolina, we started out at a good old 68 this morning. And as the day went on, it was nice and pretty, actually. I mean, it was real beautiful. It got hotter than I thought it was going to get. So it was pushing about 88 in the afternoon. And it was no clouds in the sky. I mean, all the rest of the week, we've been getting little showers here, little showers there, but it's no sporadicness today. It was real nice. And the weather, I
Okay.
mean, it was really hot. I went out to my car, get back in that bad boy, and I was like, these leather seats is kicking already.
Oh,
So,
Lord, have mercy. Yeah.
yeah, them leather seats were putting it on me. So I'm glad the air condition popped on fast. So I had to cool that thing down. Excuse me. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So what you got in sports today, Miss Ma'am?
I don't got nothing in sports. Sports is
Man,
your
don't sit
department. The
over there and
question
tell me
is,
you went.
the question is, did I win? That's the question. Like, have I
The
won
question is,
anything?
did you? Well, what did you bet on? That's the question.
Well,
That's what I want to know.
Whenever the Knicks play, I don't care who they playing. I gotta go for the Knicks. You haven't given
Well,
me any Bulls games lately, though, which is weird. Like, you haven't hit me with any Bulls games. The Bulls up against
well,
anybody.
I mean, if the
So, and
Bulls
I
was
know the
playing, I'd
Bulls is
probably give them
playing.
to you. I mean, that's what I would do.
Like,
Well, I tell you what,
what's going on?
we're gonna give you some sports. Then I give you what we got as of yesterday. Since you want to know something about the Knicks, let's say, okay, the Knicks were playing the Celtics, and of course you got the Knicks because that's your hometown. You're not gonna
Of
betray them. I
course,
already
ain't
know.
going against the Knicks.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. You and the Knicks lost to the Celtics 102 to 127.
Now, whoever play the Celtic next, y'all better whoop they arse. You better
The
spank it
arse.
to them.
They gotta
Their
be whip the
arse.
arse. Pop.
Whip their
Okay.
arse.
The arse.
Okay?
All right, all right. Okay, now you got the Warriors versus the Timberwolves. Who you got on that one?
Timberwolves.
Okay, well, you know what? You just won some money because the
Okay.
Warriors lost to the Timberwolves 110 to 121. That's
Damn,
what
that
happened.
wow.
Yep,
Well,
that was yesterday's blowout of
wow.
that. And now,
That's
for us today, you have one NBA game that I have on site right now, and that is the Thunder versus the Nuggets going to be playing on ESPN tonight at 8:30 p.m. And that would be the only team that's playing. Who
okay.
you got on
Who
that one?
I don't know. It depends. The Nuggets and the Thunder. Who's starting? Who's starting on the Nuggets?
You got
Does
me
it
beat
say?
on that. You got me
Well,
beat. I can't tell
I'm gonna
you.
have to go with the Nuggets then. I'm just
I'll
gonna have
go
to go
with
with
your
I'm just
Nuggets
gonna go with
then.
the Nuggets because their uniform is nicer.
Okay, the uniform is nicer, so you want to go with
Yep.
that. Okay, no problem. I see you. Hey, I see you. I see you. Do what you do.
They got a nicer uniform. They got nicer colors. So we
Okay,
going
I
with the
see.
Nuggets.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, that is all I have in the NBA sports today because that's all there's out there in the NBA sports today.
Man,
And
them
that's all.
finals gonna be coming up and creeping up real,
It is
real
coming up
quick.
quicker than you could think.
It's gonna come
I'm
up
telling
quick.
you. It's gonna be
And
interesting
that's
to
what I'm
watch
waiting
this year.
for. That's what I'm waiting for. That's where the real money's gonna be at, right here. That's where the money gonna be at. Who gonna make it to the finals? That's what I want to know. And who am
Hmm.
I gonna have to pick against AJ?
I just want to make some
Who?
money. If you want to bet now, I mean, I ain't gonna be just giving out my
I
good
don't
bets for
know.
nothing.
I don't know. You think the Knicks got a shot at making it to the finals? The Knicks better make it to the finals, right?
You better
They
put your
got.
money on the Celtics. I'm sorry. You better put your
Nah, I
money on them
can't do that.
Celtics.
I ain't
Well,
putting my money
everybody
on
telling
them.
me them Celtics gonna do it. That's what they telling me.
Against
But I mean,
who?
hey, who am I? I don't know. I'm not a professional, so
Depends
I
on
don't know.
against who though. Like against who?
Okay, okay.
Who
Lord,
decided to put
brother.
your money on the Celtics? Larry Bird can put his money on the Celtics. I'll keep my money in my pocket.
Well, you keep your money in your pocket. That's what you do. Okay, keep your money on
Yeah.
in your pocket.
Sorry, Celtics.
All right. Today in the TikTok news, we
No
have a
boy.
crazy trend going on. First, let me start this trend off by saying that the trend, well, the first other thing is gingers are black. That's the trend, okay? Now, let me back up. Let's backtrack. 2 weeks ago, okay? We've all watched the Sinners movie. And we've
Yes.
all went in and out of this Sinners movie. We tracked it from the
Yes.
beginning, we tracked it to the end, went back to the
Watched it
middle.
forward, watched it backwards,
Yes,
turned
and
it
we caught
upside down, watched it
every little
again.
detail of what they were trying to tell us subliminally, and all, correct? All
Yes.
right. In other words, if you don't invite them in, they can't
They
come
can't
in.
get in.
They
Right.
can't get in. Now, and we were preaching that for about a whole 2 weeks now. Everybody was saying on that. Now, this is what's going on. Now, they say that gingers are black people. Now, we understand that they have a lot of history that they face discrimination within the white community because of their
Mm-hmm.
skin complexion, this, that, the other. But it also falls back even further than that to where in history where the Moors were intermixing with the white population and which created that ginger look.
Mm-hmm.
And we could go even further back if you want to be biblical about that, but I'm not going to go there. Um, in the biblical aspects, it says even things on that aspect too, where it was two sons, Esau and Jacob, and one of them was the fair skin and one of them was the dark skin. But it explained more detail of it. Said red actually, red and
Mm-hmm.
woolly. So that would be ginger. So the question
I'm a
that I'm putting
ginger.
out to
I ain't no
everybody.
ginger. I'm not
Well, I
a ginger.
mean, from the
I
description of it,
know
man.
from the description, like, yeah, but
Okay,
nah. But
well, see,
okay,
it's
keep going.
this is the thing. The only question I got about that is
Mm-hmm.
everybody is on there. They're welcoming them in, and that's fine. I have no problem with anything that brings people together and camaraderie right now in this day and time. Hey, more power to it. But are
Mm-hmm.
we inviting the vampire in the house?
Wait, what? Huh?
Uh-huh. We're welcoming them in with wide open arms on TikTok. Everyone, I mean, it's loving. It's very nice to see, actually. The black folk, they're like, come on in. That's where you belong. You're supposed to be here. And the gingers, they're responding in kind, just to saying, thank you for inviting us in. We're supposed to be here. We're thanking you for letting us be here because we wasn't wanted over there, blah, blah, blah. We've been picked on all our lives. And as I said, the question stands, are we inviting the vampire into our house?
I don't know about you, but I mean, I'm not.
Well, that was just a question. I mean, that's TikTok trend right now. Understand that it isn't all fun and games until something goes wrong. But I hope everything turns out right with all this. Good people are
And
good people, and
speaking
that's all
of,
I can say.
it's
Because I
all
got
fun
some, I
and
got a great
games.
ginger friend. Been my friend for the longest time.
Speaking of vampires, speaking of sinners. So, okay, so I work in the warehouse and we get all these new gadgets and whatnot that come in. Okay, so you tell
Gotcha.
me why. Okay, they're telling us something. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that they're telling us something because this new toy, I forgot to mention it to you, and I wanted to take a picture of it, but we're not supposed to take pictures of anything inside the warehouse. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I do. I ain't gonna front, sometimes I do. But this particular item, there was no way I could get a picture of it because it's not in my actual department. They have they
Mm.
coming out with this new version of wooden puzzles, right? And you can
Okay.
build like little houses and little dioramas of little cities and whatnot. Not a problem. You can make a little Model T car or a little Corvette or whatever. Not a problem. But you tell me why and what is the purpose. And I can only think that there would only be one purpose for this particular toy. They
Mm-hmm.
have a puzzle gun. It looks like a Tommy gun. Um,
Oh.
they've got one that looks like a Tommy gun, and they got one that looks like a rifle. It's all made of wood, like little wood cutouts. You put it
Mm-hmm.
together like a puzzle, and then you attach the whatever these little devices, because it runs on batteries. Once you put it together, it
Mm-hmm.
run on batteries. But check this out: the rifle shoots these little motherfucking wooden pellet things that look like little bullets. Explain to
Hmm.
me what would be the purpose of that? I know what I would use that shit for. I
So
think that
shoot
I'm
shit.
gonna.
Plain and simple. You're
What,
gonna shoot stuff
but
with
what?
it.
But what did you just say? What are we
Just
inviting in?
ah, inviting in the vampire. I get you. Drama, trouble, just by having it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just like having a
So
kid with a cap gun. You can't. You got to be careful what even toys you have nowadays because they end up on dead.
yeah.
They end up dead.
And this is a toy. So I'm
That's
like,
right.
who in their right mind is gonna buy this puzzle that you put together that shoots wood out like a fucking bullet? Like, I
Ooh, I
yo,
get you.
AJ,
And you know what?
if it
That
shows AJ, if
segue,
I promise you, if it shows up on the clearance table at the end of the year, like a lot of that stuff does, if
right?
there's two of them there, I promise you, you're getting one
Get
of them.
one. I don't care if it's one. Just get one. Let me take a
Right.
picture of it.
Yeah.
But you know
Because if
what? That
there's two of
segues me
if
into a
there's
little.
one of them, I'm getting it. But if there's two, you getting one also.
Oh, bet. I like that. See, that's what I'm talking about. People always looking out for you like that. But see, I was trying to say that segues me into a little situation that happened with a standoff with two little kids and the police officers. I don't know if you
Oh,
guys talked about it recently or not, but these two little kids were standing behind this thing in the backyard chilling. They got a pistol and all, and the cops out there they trying to basically talk them down. And the kids are having fun playing the game, I guess, in their mind. But they got a real gun, and
oh my Lord.
they shoot the gun one time, bam. And the cops are like, hey, put the gun down. It's okay. You're not in trouble. They being all nice to him and stuff. And the little kid hands the gun off to his other little brother. The little brother takes it. He got the gun now. They walk up to the other side of this little thing that they're standing behind. I'm going to say it's a water pump or something. I'm going to just say it's a big box with a blue covering. They walk to the side
Mhm.
of it and they're still, out of sight of the cops, but they can see them, but they can't get to them. And hear the gun go off again. Pow! And they still trying to talk nice to these kids and get the gun from them, but they, but it's okay, you're not in trouble, being all a little Timmy, you're fine. But I hate to think about this. I mean, I only hate to think about it because the truth of the matter, if this shoe was on the other foot, they've just been shot. And you know what I mean by on the other foot. I mean, and it's been happening over and over and over again, but I mean, they had a complexion for the protection. That's all it was to it.
Yeah, isn't that ironic?
Yeah, very ironic. But hey, I'm not going to linger on that. But I'm glad the kids came out safe. No harm came to the kids. They snatched them up, got the gun away from them, and hopefully they learned a lesson about that. Parents need to, also learn a
Yeah,
lesson, keep this stuff put
I'm
up. And I
sure
hope
that
the
our
parents do
boys in blue went to their parents' house and gave them a nice stern talking to.
a nice stern talking to. No charges,
I
but a
bet.
nice
Right,
stern
nice
talking to.
stern
That's right.
talking to. Yup, I
Mm-hmm.
bet. I bet.
That's exactly what they probably got. But hey, we're not gonna go on that. Not gonna go.
But meanwhile, here in New York State, a sheriff's deputy has his own land, and his land is surrounded by a lot of wooded area. Well, his house is surrounded by a lot of wooded area on the land, so there's a lot of drive up that you have to
Mm-hmm.
go through from the main road to get to this house. Fucking
Okay.
DoorDash driver is lost because it's dark out there. He can't see jack smack. So he pulls into this driveway hoping to go to this door and hope that it's either the correct residence or that he can get some
Mm-hmm.
information leading him to the correct residence. This this DoorDash driver steps out of his car, and no sooner that he steps out of his car, the owner of the
Mm-hmm.
house, which is the sheriff's deputy, comes out and fires a warning shot on the ground. At that
What the
point,
shiznick?
the door at that point, the DoorDash driver goes to try to run to get in his car. At that point, the fucking sheriff's deputy pops off another shot. Where does that bullet land? In the DoorDash driver's back.
Wow.
So the sheriff deputy, he calls it in. He thinks that he's in the right because he got it all on door cam, right? Because this is my
Mm-hmm.
property. This is my house. This is my property. Okay, right. I got it
Mm-hmm.
all on camera. He
All
was
on camera.
trespassing. Okay, guess who ended up with the charges?
He did.
For once, they charged the sheriff's deputy. Yep,
I see.
yep.
Okay. I can
Finally.
feel that. I feel you on that one. You know what? I got something to go right along with it. It seems like we're just flowing right on back of each other right now because I got one where imagine you're driving along first, just ironically, and
Mm-hmm.
you get pulled over by the cops. Cop pulls you over and you said to the cop, well, what am I being pulled over for, officer? Officer says to you, well, the speed limit is 35 and you were going 30. And I thought that you was kind of, being a little bit odd out here going at the speed you were. And I wanted, to pull you over, make sure everything was safe and everything and give you a ticket because you're kind of endangering the folks around you by going 30 miles an hour in a 35. So, and the officer's like, "Well, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you got any drugs in the car? You got any? You been drinking or anything like that?" That's the first thing you ask. And notice how the conversation I'm saying is going. And then
Mm-hmm.
finally, the officer says, "Well, can I get your driver's license and register and insurance?" And you finally turn over to the officer and say, "That's what I was waiting for you to ask for the whole time. My driver's license and insurance."
Right. You
And
should have led with that.
right, should have led with that instead of asking me all these crazy questions. So the officer's
Mm-hmm.
still going funny at the mouth and all. As he walks to the back of your car, he busts out your tail light.
Oh wow.
So you get out the car with a robe on and a black robe at that. And the officer
Oh,
says, "Oh, yes, oh, yes. This is a black woman." And she gets out the car with a black robe on and she starts quoting codes and laws. And he's like, "Well, who do you think you are?" And he said,
who the
"Why do you
fuck do
got
I
that
look
on? You're
like?
going to you said you're going to church?" He says, "No, I'm going to work. I I'm going to the courthouse, judge."
Fuck
He says,
around and
"I'm not a
find
judge.
out.
I'm a police officer." And he says, "No, I'm the judge." And this dude flips the script. You can imagine
Oh,
how
I can
he just
imagine.
oh
I
yes,
know that little
it was
hard on
beautiful.
he got. He ain't gonna see
It
that
just
again for about six
oh
to seven
no.
months.
She said when she get to the courthouse, he better be there when he gets there. He better be at the courthouse when she gets there.
You better
Yes.
be at my job when I get there, motherfucker.
And I was just rolling watching this scene, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I mean, this is body cam footage, so it's not like there was an actor thing. Because I looked at it twice, I looked at it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, I
Mm-hmm.
caught it from like two different angles. I was like, "Oh man, this is actual body cam footage." So it's a real thing, and I tried to follow the story. I want to see what actually happened about it, but they didn't have any more information up about it. But imagine you being that judge and going through that situation. She was so cool about it the whole
Oh, I
time
know
too.
she was. I know she
Oh,
was. I know
that
she
was beautiful,
was.
beautiful.
Couldn't
You
have
know, it's
asked for
it's
a better setup.
yeah. I mean, you got
Couldn't
great cops out there. I mean, you really do. I admit
you
that. I mean,
do?
I got some friends. I know they do a great job, and I'm proud of them. Much respect to them. But you also
But
got some
then you
assholes
got them
out
other
there.
ones. Then you got
That's
them other
right.
ones.
And it's hard to say this snake won't bite you. This snake won't bite you, but the rest of them are poisonous. I'm not going to pick out which snake is which. I'm gonna just stay
Right.
away from them all.
Right.
I'm gonna stay away from
Right.
all of them. You can't do it. It's like one bad apple spoils the bunch. It really is true. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's up to those good apples to get rid of the bad ones. I'm sorry to say it like that. We can't handle your problems, but if your problem becomes our problems, then we have to get rid of all of them. That's the way. I mean, hey, I support you guys. Don't get it twisted.
If you do some research on Schenectady, New York's police department and the
Hmm.
corruption that had ensued back in I want to say the late 90s, the mid 90s to the early 2000s, Our police
Mm-hmm.
department up here, like they weren't, and we didn't have the type of police that, snatched you out your car and beat your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We didn't have those police. You know the police we had? We had the police that was running the fucking crack houses and shit.
God
We
dang.
had yeah, we had the police that was fucking running fucking sex rings, sex operations and shit. I promise
So they
you.
were the
We
mafia
had
by themselves.
we had the cops that was stealing evidence. Like, you get pulled over, you got drugs in your car, you ain't about to get arrested. The cop about to take them drugs and he about to flip that shit. Those are the cops that Schenectady had. It took them 5 years, allegedly, to clean
Mm-hmm.
house and get to the bottom of everything. So they say. So they
Wow.
say. But I'm gonna tell you, there's been some certain situations where it's factual that they ain't clean house. And I say that because I know for a fact, because I'm related to a certain family
Right.
here in New York State. And that certain family is very well known in Schenectady County. And unfortunately, the father of part of the family, um,
Mm-hmm.
he was a cop, and his son, who, I'm gonna tell you, once a snitch, always a snitch. I promise you, okay?
One of
Because that
those.
nigga was my cousin, and that nigga's a fucking straight snitch, okay? And he was a cop too. He was a cop too. But then you notice the privilege, because I had a cousin
Mm-hmm.
who got caught up in a murder charge. There's no way he should have walked,
But he did because he knew the cop.
but he did because the fucking my
The
one of
yeah.
those was just
Mm-hmm.
sitting in the courtroom, just sat there, didn't say a word.
It shows a lot of power. I'm telling you. It's the underground law. That's what it is. That underground mafia. That's what we're gonna call it.
I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
call.
this is some
I ain't
bullshit.
scared
This
to
is some
say it.
bullshit. Now,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna delve too much into my past, but I
Mm-hmm.
came into New York with a different attitude from which I had in Chicago. And there was
Right.
only certain things that would set me off. You couldn't fuck with me. You couldn't fuck with my kids. You couldn't fuck with my family, and you for damn sure can't fuck with my money. And I mean that in that
Bet.
order.
For
Okay.
real.
Now, there was an incident where this white chick was having a problem with me and my family, because
Bet.
apparently we was the wrong color to move into the building. But what she didn't know was that the landlord was a friend of my mother's, because his wife worked with my mother at the florist shop, and that's how we ended up getting this apartment in this area, right?
Bet.
I ain't gonna name drop this bitch, but I promise you I'll never forget that bitch's name to this day. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This bitch had a problem, and one day I was outside fucking around with my brother, my little brother. Now I got 7 years on my brother. Okay. Now, at the time that I had my first child, my brother was probably about 12 years old. So my kids,
Mm-hmm.
they all, they outside playing, and my brother throws snowball at me, and it misses and it hits the door. Now they live on the first floor. She swore up and down that my brother was throwing snow at her. How? You wasn't even outside. So you know what they did?
I hope they move.
Nah, oh, they ended up moving. They ended up moving. Yo, I ain't even gonna lie. I got arrested. And I ain't gonna say like they did my mom dirty. Okay. They caught my mom by herself and they did my mom dirty, and I wasn't having it. And I'm a straight mom. And I went down there and I was like, yo, I ain't even having it. By the time I got down there and this bitch opened up the fucking door, the cops was right behind me, because my mother called the cops because they had did what they did to her. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, fuck my attitude, fuck the police, yo. That bitch opened up her door and I stole on that bitch, yo.
Well, you just a straight gangster, ain't you?
Yo, because no, you know why? Because
No, I'm with you.
she said I was yelling at her and telling her to come outside, and she wouldn't
Okay.
come outside. So when the cops get there, all of a sudden she opens up her door and she yelling at the cops, talking about how she want to have me arrested. Have me arrested for what? You got to have a reason. So I gave her one.
Okay.
And as that wasn't enough, when I hit stole on her with my right hand, the cop tried to grab me and I punched that. I stepped over. I don't even know how it happened so quick. But as they were grabbing one hand, I managed to get off another hit, But at the time that I was getting off that other hit, my foot was across the threshold into her door. So they got me for trespassing and assault. But guess who
Wow.
arrested me? Guess who the motherfucker was that was putting the cops on me, or putting the cops on me?
Another corrupt cop or something? What? Who? Talk to me. Talk
No,
to me.
the motherfucking relative that I just told you about.
Wow. Really? So that's a.
Yes, I promise you, yo. I promise you. Yep. Had me and my mom down in the fucking police stations behind fucking bars,
That's
getting
some
charges
grimy
pressed
shit
on
right
our
there.
ass. Yep.
That's some.
Getting
See, they
charges dropped on
they
our
what they
asses.
knew they had to get the
Yep.
job done. That's what they did.
Needless to
Exactly.
say, we made a phone call when we got home, because when I came home, I was home
Mm-hmm.
like 2 hours later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I go up my porch steps and shit. This bitch gonna meet me at the door talking about, you ready for round two? I said, I hope you are. I went upstairs.
Man, she couldn't have
Yo,
said nothing.
within 30 days, they was out of there. My landlord was not having that shit. He was like, no, these are my people. Y'all get the fuck up out of here. He evicted them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Talking about, am
exactly.
I ready for round two? Bitch, are you?
Oh yeah, I would have put some ice on her for real. Yeah, that's what I would have had to do.
Yo, so like I said, up here in New York, it don't even matter. You could be related to them. It don't fucking matter, because once they part of that team, that's the only
They
team that
part
they
of
a
the
part
team.
of. Right.
Yep.
That's the only team they a part of. And they don't
Team
care
blue.
if you they blood or not, unless you like directly like, that's my kid or that's my brother's kid. If not,
Mm-hmm.
like, they ain't looking out. That motherfucker knew my mother, was first cousins to my mother, and still threw us in the back of that motherfucking truck, or the back of that car, without
Oh,
hesitation. Without hesitation.
well, that's the story of a
But I'm a
lifetime.
different person now.
Thank
And
God.
anger
So we
management in
couldn't
New
put
York
up with you
State
like
has
that right
taught me a
now.
lot,
We
because
couldn't
I've
put up
gotten
with
into
you
some
like that.
other. I'm not like that now. I'm like, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. You know the lyrics.
You
That's
already
me.
lost your head.
I did
That's
not
all I can
lose
say.
my head.
This album is dedicated
You
to all
already
the teachers
lost.
that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people
To
that lived above
you,
the building
and
house
you.
when they
And
called the police
you.
on the house trying to make the
Ladies and
money to
gentlemen,
feed
we
my
are
daughter.
on Hot
And all the niggas,
102.3, and we're
you know what
about
I'm
to
saying?
take a small break, and we're going
So,
to come back and we're going to talk about our
uh,
sponsors and a
over
few other
all
little
the
things. But
streets, I used
thank
to
you
read
for
World
joining us here on Hot
and Heavy D up in
102.3.
the members hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world
The World
trade.
Trade.
Upper winter, remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Used to raw G, Lucy B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know every word who you are, and I'm close now. We saw the star. You have I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke dope with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me. Now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play coke. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, in dough for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Without fear, putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good, And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know every word who you are. And I'm holding you down before the fall. You have I'm no Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack, now my mom pimps a act with me on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the store. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right I like the life I live. Cause I went from negative to positive and it's all. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Representing B-Town in the house. Junior Mafia, Fast
Hey, yeah.
I want to tell you about something stupid that I saw today. Okay, what is the strangest? Like, I've seen some strange tattoos. What is the strangest tattoo and where? Have you ever, like, I seen some strange shit today, though. What's
the strangest tattoo I've ever seen was a tattoo of Homer Simpson in a bathing suit on a man's nipple, but the nipple itself was the man's. Yeah, it was in the middle of Homer Simpson. Let's just put it like that.
Okay, so today I saw a guy with a giraffe tattoo. Okay. But the giraffe, I don't understand. The giraffe was on his face.
Why?
Okay, and it was on his face in the middle of his forehead.
I don't get it. What was the purpose?
I don't get it. What is that about?
I hope it was a henna tattoo and not a real tattoo.
Nah, this dude was tatted. This dude was tatted. This dude was tatted. He had a couple of little odds and end things on his face that I really didn't pay attention to because I couldn't understand why of all the things he decided to put on his forehead was this long neck, long leg.
I would have had to ask him. I'm like, hey man, why you got a giraffe on your forehead?
I couldn't ask him. I couldn't ask him because he kept nodding out on the bus.
I would have woke him up. I'm like, I just gotta know, man. Why you got that long neck on your head?
Like, why do you have this giraffe this giraffe tattoo in the middle of your forehead? And it wasn't like it was small, like it was like
big.
What? Somebody said something? Tell us. Come to the mic so we can hear you. Come up to the speaker so we can hear what you said. All comments and questions are welcome. Come on up to the speaker so we can hear what you said. I heard somebody back there say something.
Oh, let them chatter. When they come up there, come on.
Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, I couldn't understand it. It had me a little stuck. It's got me stuck now.
I believe
a giraffe though.
A giraffe on the forehead. I mean, Tyson started that crazy facial tattoo. Well, I ain't gonna say he started, but he brought it to the limelight with all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, but he's got tribal art. Tribal art is one thing.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
Right.
You're right.
He got tribal art. This is a giraffe. Like, what tribe is he from? The zoo? Like, what?
The zoo. I'm from the state zoo, man. I represent. I got the long neck on my head. That's right. What you want?
I mean, are giraffes an endangered species now? And I'm not aware. Like, what would, I don't know. Is that like his third eye chakra or some shit if he puts that giraffe on his forehead?
Oh, I can't even say nothing about that one. That just got me beat for real. A damn giraffe on somebody's damn face. But it is.
He might love giraffes.
He loved the giraffe. Well, let him love it.
I like dick, but I ain't putting it on my motherfucking forehead, okay?
Ooh, there you go with that one. There you go with that one. I'm not even gonna comment.
You ain't part of the tribe that's putting dick on their face. So don't worry.
Like,
Just
I'm not
let it die.
putting. I'm not like, what the fuck?
See, I can't
Like,
even
don't get it
comment on
twisted.
that.
Like, I've seen girls with tattoos with penises like on their throats and shit, like on their chest, with the head of the penis up at the top part of their throat. I'm like, why would you, motherfucking, like, you? To each his own, no. You
I
know,
mean,
like, hey,
we
I
see what
ain't
kind of
gotta
company
date
you
you.
keep now. We got you, you
Yeah,
know. That's
yeah,
the kind of company
right,
you keep. That's it.
right. And when people start, you know, expecting certain things, like, I'm
That's
not
right.
saying
The
that it's
throat
her
goat.
fault, but
She
I'm
the
just
throat
saying,
goat.
like, that's the advertisement, that's the persona that's the perception that you're giving.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
true.
Speaking of perceptions, you know, somebody said to me today,
She's so funny too. You laughing already. It's okay.
they asked me, what me and my boyfriend do in my spare time.
Right.
I looked at him, I was like, I don't got no boyfriend. What are you talking about? They
That was
was
him trying to
like,
flirt with you. You don't get that. He
and
was
so I
trying
was
to
like,
get you for
I,
information.
I was like, I don't even have no boyfriend. What are you talking about? He was like, calling me by my name, which I'm not gonna say. But he was like, but Green, the way you carry yourself, like, I just assumed like you was in a relationship with somebody. I was like, by the way that I carry myself, what is okay, well, thank you, but I'm not. But I don't understand. Now I'm questioning, like what the
All right.
fuck does
How
that
old was
mean?
this person that was talking to you for one?
Um, he's around about somewhere in my age bracket, give or take a few years on either side,
Okay,
maybe.
okay. I'm not gonna ask anything else because I just took a long shot out of that. But hey, maybe it was just the way he was brought up. He used to send these crazy ass people out there, these girls that are all wilding out, loud mouthed, and don't know how to control themselves. But I guess you carry yourself with a lot of
Well,
respect
then
and
he don't
dignity.
know me because I'm a loud mouth. He don't
Well, I
know
mean, see, that's
me.
the difference. You don't be loud out there. That's the only thing. You want to keep your job. That's what it is. So
But
that's why
no,
you ain't loud out there.
this isn't somebody that I actually work with. This is just somebody that I see in passing, you know, when I'm going back and forth to work.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's all. Yeah. So I
Bet,
don't
bet.
work with them. It's just somebody that I, you know, pass now and again, you
Well,
know,
still,
in
maybe it's just the way
transit.
you carry yourself.
I don't know. I mind my business. That's what I do. I mind my business. That's why,
All
like,
right.
my exes yelled at me in the street, and because I'm so used to ignoring motherfuckers, like, I didn't even know that it was him. It took my son to tell me, you don't hear so and so calling your name. Nope. Sure the fuck don't. You know why?
Sure
Because
don't.
I ain't stunting a nigga.
Well, sometimes you tone certain voices completely out of your head and you don't want to hear it. I
Exactly. Get the
feel
fuck
you.
out of my system.
Mm-hmm. So, what was the question I was about to ask you? It was the you just threw my thought of content
Designer.
I'm
off.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, sponsors. Yeah, talk about them
Oh,
sponsors of ours. We need to hear about
shout out
them and hear
to
for them.
VRU. Shout out to Hot 102.3 for making this all possible and having us here. Shout out to Meta Horizons,
Yes.
Horizon Worlds, and Zach. You can catch us on You can catch us on VRU Life on your smart TV. If you got a Roku TV, you can download the app. It's free, and you can catch all of our content of some of the TV shows and the
VRU.films.
movies, right? And some of the shows that we've done on VRU.films or VRU Films. Also, you can catch us on
Yeah, in a minute,
Instagram,
I'm waiting for
Facebook,
somebody. That's the only
TikTok,
reason I got on
Twitter,
right now.
Patreon, Twitch. What else? What else am I missing? What am I missing? I'm trying to learn how to get it under a certain amount of seconds, a certain amount of
I
minutes,
gotta
like the
talk to them
boss
about
used
a
to.
partner collab
I don't know if I
before
can
you
do
call
it though.
them mines.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
Well, let me know when you free.
I got you.
So shout out
Shit,
to
we need to talk about a clothing
our
brand deal too.
sponsors. Without you, there would
Ain't got no
not be
clothes.
any us. And shout out to our
You see what I
viewers.
got
That
on?
means you, all of you that are catching us on our social
I can
media
make clothes.
platforms. Thank
Y'all
you for
design them.
viewing. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for being
Because
loyal.
without
Oh,
you,
there's somebody
there
home.
is
Give me a
no
second.
us. Thank you. Thank you and thank you. That was good.
And
That was
thank
good.
you too.
Oh,
Thank
well, I
you too.
appreciate you so much. But you know
Now,
what?
did
I
I?
have a little, you know how I like to
I'm
do the
tired of y'all shit.
conspiracy, the
Yeah,
conspiracy this, the
yeah. I was
conspiracy
gonna say. I know
that.
you said you had something you wanted to talk
Yeah,
about.
I
Go
got
ahead,
one.
put it on the table.
It's about our brand new Pope, Pope
Uh-uh.
Leo, Robert Leo the 14th.
We ain't gonna talk about him.
Man, I
I'm not
can't
going to
bring
get
nothing.
all in detail about him. I'm going to talk about the
Yeah,
conspiracy
man,
portion.
just
Okay, there
Huh?
was a
I'm
book
over here talking to somebody else. Too.
found in the
I'm in the
Vatican.
party. Give me a second, then just
Oh, you
you
good? I
say
ain't talking to
Black
you. I'm talking
Star.
to him.
Yes, and we can hear every word. There's a book found in the Vatican that had all of the popes from the beginning in 1143 all the way to the current pope, which was Pope John that just, I mean, excuse me, that just passed. That pope.
Okay, so what is this book? The book is just the names, or is there
No,
information?
it has information about them and their names in it. This book has already been written and published years ago before these popes even came up. So in other words, these popes had to pick their own names as they came into popehood, because I'm pretty sure Robert picked Leo because his name wasn't Leo. So as this happened, if you go into the Vatican itself, along the walls, it has every picture of the popes up there also. It has one picture frame left that's available to put, not even a picture frame, but a space that's available in there at all. And after that, even in this book itself, it says Judgment Day. And it has that empty space for this last pope that's right here that's going up there, in there. And it's kind of creepy because all of the numbers and stuff that they keep throwing out there from 1420, that's half of it. Then you go another half, that's 1420 again. That'll take you to 1585. I know y'all not following me, but it bring you to the day's date of 2027. So if anybody's looking for their conspiracy judgment day, there you go, 2027. According
That's
to the
just a
Pope's
year.
law. Yeah,
Don't start
sometime.
that shit. Don't
Well,
you start thinking that
hey.
shit. You
It
got the people
is
right here
what it
going crazy,
TI is.
buying up
I
all the
didn't write this
goddamn
stuff.
toilet
The
tissue and
Vatican
shit.
wrote this stuff, okay?
So what are
And
we looking at? We're looking at like a vampire outbreak, a zombie apocalypse,
have
like
no
We looking at the Lord
idea.
taking us home.
Have no idea. But if I'm waiting on the Pope to tell me something from God, we got a problem.
yeah,
because
that's a fact.
I'm understanding they can't even handle their finances right now, and they're in financial trouble because they say that the reason that they put in an American quote unquote Pope is so that, because they're in such financial trouble right now that they're going to have to start selling off some of their archive items and the secret relics
Oh
or whatever they
boy.
have, and that's going to make the world look at them like, oh, so the American Pope get in there, and now
You
it's
know what that
all, the
means?
shit creek without a paddle, making Americans look crazy again.
You know what that means?
What's that?
That means that shit. Go back, everybody. Go back and watch the movie with Nicolas Cage, that National Treasure,
Okay.
the first one. The first one. Wait, which one was it? The first one. Believe it was the first one.
But what's the point of it? What's happening?
The
What are we looking for?
all of the relics that was in Rome, down in the what you call it,
Oh, that's no
all the
secret.
all of
That
the
is no secret
artifacts and whatnot.
whatsoever. If the
So all of that
Smithsonian didn't
stuff,
have it, if the Smithsonian don't got it, the Vatican do. I
yeah, that's a
guarantee it.
fact. Yeah, the Vatican definitely got it. So
Because
now
it's so much stuff out there secret they don't
they're
want
gonna
us to know
right.
and find
They're
about.
gonna go
They
down there into that underground crypt where they got all of that hidden shit. They're about to
mm-hmm.
go down there and they're about to start picking out what it is that they're willing to sacrifice. What truth are they willing to let the
To let
world
out
know?
accumulate some money. That's right. They got to get
Right,
that revenue. That's all
right.
it boils down to. It's all
That's
about
how
the
you know something is
almighty
wrong
dollar.
with what they talking about. Because if these people are for the Lord, if these people are for the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
if these people is for the Lord is
Notice how
gonna
you
make
keep
sure
saying
they have.
if.
If, okay, do you hear me? I'm gonna say it one
Yeah.
more time. If these people are for the
Yes.
Lord, they will not be struggling
Hallelujah,
at any
holla.
point in time or anything else. So that's how you know something is wrong, because God
Mm-hmm.
takes care of his people and they wouldn't be worried
Right.
about no money. if they would,
Right.
if these people is for the Lord. Okay, I'm
Well,
sorry. Let me read
these people about to dig into their national treasure and start
Mm-hmm.
pawning some stuff because they ain't got no money. Because
That
the
Hey, like they
Lord
that
is
say
that
not
around my
coming.
way,
Because
if
their
was a
Lord
fifth,
is not
everybody would be
right.
drunk.
Right. Their Lord ain't coming through. Their Lord is not changing no water to wine right now.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Their Lord is looking at them like you should have believed all along, or you should at least
That's
believed
right.
in something.
It sounds like
It's
Richard
been
Pryor
too much.
song.
It's a lot of hustling that's been going on. I mean, with that, with with the Catholic priests and
Yes, it's
boys
too much.
and
I mean, and he
things
even
of
and,
that
and even the
such.
current pope, he has a little conspiracy behind him himself, because when he was a bishop in Chicago, I believe, he was still kind of under scrutiny because one of the I'm not going to say one of his underlings. I'm gonna say that they were involved in some peculiar activities with minors.
Activities.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
and and he let all that slide, and that's suspect from the beginning. I mean, that
Right,
goes
right.
right along with the conspiracy of all the popes are playing with the altar boys and all that
Mm-hmm.
good stuff, going
Yep.
in the underground
And
cabins having a good time.
I hate to bring it back, but Diddy used to go to a Catholic school, and the Catholic school that Diddy used to go to,
Did he?
yeah, he
Did
used
he?
to go to a Diddy went to a Catholic school, and the
No, I'm
Catholic
asking
school
the
that he
question.
went
Did he?
to, the school that he went to, the heads of that school were under scrutiny also after he allegedly graduated from that school. Shortly after he graduated, that school was under scrutiny for some assault
Funky activity.
cases.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
crazy how all of this goes
Right.
down for real.
So it's just a question like, did he get, is that going to come out later that something actually happened to him? And
Oh
when it
no.
did, is that where it first started? Was there at that Catholic school when he was there? Is that where it originally
Oh,
started?
you're
Or
incriminating the wrong people at that point. You're going too deep. They're not gonna let
no,
that
I'm just
happen.
saying like as far as like his backstory is all I'm saying. Because we know that it's known that he went to a Catholic school that
Uh-huh.
had those problems, and those problems became publicly known a couple of years after he graduated. I'm just wondering if any of that, to his knowledge, was going on, or was he assaulted at that time? I mean, it's just a curiosity. That's
Right,
all. I'm
right.
not saying that it did or it didn't. It's just my personal curiosity.
I
That's
understand where
all.
you're coming from.
When you start
Mm,
connecting the dots, it's like, damn, you know
And
what I'm
those dots
saying?
connect
So
like a damn snake, don't they? It just goes
yeah,
on
just
and
keep
on,
going. The
like a damn
slithering shit
python
that
after a
it
while.
is. Yeah,
It's
fucking
crazy.
anaconda.
Yeah, that's it, anaconda. Because it's
I'm tired
crazy
of
how you
y'all.
can.
Tired of y'all.
Uh, I'm serious. That's how it goes. They connect. I mean, you can see one
Yeah,
person, like you said, he grew up in the Catholic Church. I mean, he might have been being bred that whole time.
yeah.
I
I
mean, the
mean,
whole
who's to
time.
say?
And then they put him in the position to get other people and give him power because he got influence on both sides or whatever. I mean, just like they choose, I personally, look, I say they choose the president. They already know who the
Yeah,
president going to
they
be
already know
before it's
what
even
the
happened.
president's gonna be,
They give
right?
us the choice of the illusion of inclusion by giving us the choice of voting, but they already know who
Right,
it is. It's a two-headed snake,
right,
if you ask me. So with
right.
that being said, they choose a lot of people in the world to put in certain positions just to handle certain things, and that's the way I feel about it.
I believe that
They,
wholeheartedly. I
because
believe that. And explain to me why they put Elon Musk in the situation that he's in.
he's part of the
Explain that to
plan.
me.
He's part of the plan. They got to have that technology one way or the other. It's got to implement, and we got to become part of the system.
Do you think that he's human?
It doesn't matter.
No, I
I
mean,
don't
like,
know. I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Honestly, all I know is the part that he's playing is going to affect human lives.
oh yeah, it definitely is. It
It doesn't
definitely
matter if
is.
he's human or not. But I know
It's
they're trying
gonna
to get us not to be human.
it's gonna affect our atmosphere first because he has a plan on shooting more stuff through the atmosphere,
And
and the more that he
why do you think they're trying to close? I mean, cover up the sun. Why? What's the main and one reason they're trying to cover up the sun? They're trying to keep me from getting my superpowers. That's all it is. I'm like Superman up here. More of that sunlight I can
Is
get.
they
I can.
doing it? Are they
That's what.
doing it to stop the melanation?
That's right. Our
That was right to
superpowers. You're
stop.
getting it.
Right,
That's it.
right,
Because the
right,
more of that we get, because we thrive on that. We thrive
right,
from
and
our
it
bodies.
kills them. Right, and
That's
it
right.
kills
Yeah.
them.
That's right. The only
Yep.
entity on the earth that they don't
I
like.
didn't want to. I didn't want to say it,
I
but
mean, look, I have
yeah.
friends out here that listen to this, and they're the Caucasian persuasion, but I speak the truth to them too. So if I can't speak it to you, I can't speak it to them. So I'm not going to
No,
be a
I
two-faced
know that.
person.
I know that. I know that. I ain't even doubting that. I'm with that. I'm with that. So is everybody else.
You know what I mean? And they love me just
But
to
that
death
would be.
because they say I
But
got, you know.
my thing is like, if they're, let's just say, because we had a conversation before where they said that they were going to spray paint, right,
Mm-hmm.
or use this spray, right. So
Mm-hmm.
what's going to keep that spray in place? Doesn't the spray have to attach to a solid?
Well, I hope they're not
So
referring to spraying it against the dome because it still wouldn't work. To think about it. I mean, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this or not, but the sun is not over something billion miles away. It's not. It's in our atmosphere. Sorry. So if they spray it on the dome, it's still sun is on the inside. So that's not going to accomplish anything. That's not. But all they're going to do is put
unless
stuff in the air so it can come down and kill us.
unless the sun is actually on the outside, allegedly, the alleged
Allegedly.
sun is on the outside of the dome, and then they spray paint it. But if they spray paint it,
How it don't
yo,
even make
like,
sense. That's just another way of saying we just gonna put something in the air to kill you. That's all it
yeah,
is.
yeah, pretty
That's
much,
all
pretty
that
much.
is.
But
Uh,
my thing is like whatever it is that they put up there, like it has to attach to a solid.
it has
What
to
the
attach to something. You're right.
Right? It has to attach to a solid. So what the fuck are
You
Go
attaching
ahead.
it to.
Do what you do so we can see the truth as to what the fuck it
Yes,
really is.
that's
Because
all.
the
That's
minute
all
that
they're
you right,
doing.
because that you minute you do that, it's either gonna, if it succeeds, we know what time it is, and if it
Uh huh.
fails, we know what
We know
time it
what time it
is.
is. That's it.
Right.
Hey, damned if you
Either
do,
way.
damned if you don't. We're gonna get
Right.
the information. We're gonna know the
Right.
facts. I mean,
That's a
because they,
fact.
I mean, subliminally they've been showing us the facts the whole time. Like I always say, Elon, he be shooting them rockets up.
Yeah.
He shoot his straight
Yeah.
up, not like the space launches. They go curve. Now
Yeah.
Elon's his go straight up. When his go straight up, guess what? They blow up. It's
Yeah.
just telling us straight up and down. There's a dome up there. So I mean, we live
Right.
in a
Right.
flat. We live on the flat
Right.
dome,
Because
flat
they
earth with a
said
dome.
before that the space shuttle, one time they said that the space shuttle wasn't built for the pressure going through that
Van
layer of
Allen,
that
yeah, the Van Allen
atmosphere.
belt.
Right. So okay, if that's the case, then what is that then? What is that? What is that belt? What is that belt made of? That's the question.
It's a
What is
radiation
that
belt.
belt? Right. What is that belt made of where it causes a problem if anything goes through it's gonna explode? And what's the difference what's the difference between what the spaceship is made out of and what anything else is made out of that you sent up there that hasn't exploded?
That's true.
What's the difference?
And if you want to be funny about it, and I love being funny about this, we had the technology in the 50s to do it. What happened now? What happened now? When we got
Well,
more
that's
got more
if
of a
you
computer in our
believe.
cell phones than we do in this whole entire room right here. So
That's
that's
if
how
you
this.
believe that they went to,
Oh, of course not. Hey,
like Steven
me and my son
Spielberg.
got a song.
Steven
Yeah,
Spielberg had us believing in Wookiees. Okay,
yeah.
so I'm
Now
just
you
gonna
know
leave
what?
that right
I
there.
got a theory about that stuff too. I do have a theory about all of that because, but I'm not gonna get into that one right now. I'm not. But back to this part. Me and my son has a song. Space may be the final frontier, but it was made in a
No, Lord.
Hollywood basement. And it's a real song, so y'all can look that song up word for word, and you'll be able to listen to it. It's funny. It has a nice video and all that goes to it. But the theory on the Wookiees and all that Star Wars and stuff. If you look at
Mm-hmm.
some of the stuff that they've been digging up around the
Mm-hmm.
world, all these historical things that not Egypt, excuse me, American and Egypt, all around the world and stuff. These stuff look the stuff looks like Darth Vader. It looks like R2D2. It looks like the ships and stuff that they were flying in Star Wars. So if Star Wars came out here at this timeline, but yet in today's date, you're finding these
artifacts.
Artifacts, yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Artifacts that resemble here and there. My thing is they knew or know a history that we don't know about that was here on this earth before they started erasing history.
But see, this is what I keep trying to reiterate. Every story that they tell us, no matter if we believe that story to be true or not, there is a part of that story that is completely true.
That's right.
That's how they were able to build the rest of the story around it, because there's something in that story in particular that was actually right, that has legitimacy. Like with, for instance, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm just saying.
Right.
Okay, just an example.
That's true. You gotta have a basics to go off of a lot of this stuff. Matter of fact, half of all the movies that we watch, kid cartoons, come off of real life stories, and it's crazy.
Right.
Everything.
So,
but I believe in the law of the karmic law.
What the hell they watching?
The karmic law is you have to tell people what you're doing to them to give them a choice to avoid it or not. And that's what I believe that I'm gonna say the powers that be, government or anything else in charge, they are telling us through either cartoons, they're telling us in movies, they're telling us in books, that this is a fictional story, but they're letting us know that this happened.
Right.
So that they can say, hold up, karma can't come back and hit us.
Right.
We tried to tell you. That's right. We told you. We showed it to you. We've made a movie about it.
Right. If you look at like any old like if you're a art lover and you pay attention to like the Picassos and the Van Goghs, if you pay attention and you look at what is happening in the background and some of those photos or some of those artworks that they've made, you'll see things that are flying around in the sky. Wasn't shit flying around in those skies during the time that Picasso and Van Gogh and them were making paintings. There was no helicopters, there was no airplanes and shit. Okay, so you tell me, what was that they were seeing or that they thought they saw that they put in the sky in their paintings and in their artwork? Like, they've been telling us, we just ain't paying attention. We ain't paying attention. Now, I know a bunch of y'all gonna go back and start looking at old artwork, and I expect you to do that. And when you go back and you work, right, I want you to do that. I want you to go do your homework. Go do your homework and then come back and hit us up right here at Hot 102.3 and tell us what it is that you think about some of the information that we're giving you. Now, we're not saying that we're conspiracy theorists, okay? And we're not saying that we have, right, well, okay, well, all right, whatever. We're not saying that we got the answer, all right? That's not what we're saying. All we're saying is pay attention and come up with your own conclusion. Okay. And you'll realize that some of the things that
will have these people freaking the out.
And that's what they need to do.
And that's what they need to do. They need to freak the fuck out.
Because y'all been getting out, and then here comes, look, hold on. If we start freaking out, then here comes the reasoning that they've been setting up for this big war. The war.
But how can you freak out? How can you freak out when you're being told to prepare yourself? How can you freak out? You can't freak out if you're prepared.
They're told, no, they have been told, the masses have been told, when people are saying stuff that sounds abnormal, to think that these people are crazy. Okay.
Right.
You telling them that, oh, the world is not round. They just tell you this, oh, this person is crazy. They're not.
Okay, the world is round.
No, I say 5 years ago, yeah, because I would say something like this 5 years ago, and people would think I was straight crazy. But now I can say it. One or two people be like, really? But the rest of them be like, oh yeah, they bust the whole conversation with me and give me insight on things that I didn't know about.
Right.
Because it's people are not dumb anymore. The veil is lifted. The veil is lifted. That's the way I feel about it. And we are living in AJ, get up, boy. My son just scared the crap out of me.
Not for all that veil is not lifted. Now, you know, we got, even in this space right now, if you was to gather everybody in the metaverse together and say that shit, you'd have probably a 30-70 at most is
Yeah,
where I'm gonna
you're
keep you
absolutely right.
percent
But one thing I've
chance.
learned about the situation, we can't save everybody.
You know you can't.
You can't save everybody,
Oh,
and
so this
all
is right
skin
here is
folk
for
ain't
those
kinfolk.
people, huh?
That's
That's
right.
where
So I
these
mean,
numbers is coming from that they keep talking about that the Lord is coming and taking. And these are the ones who are awakening.
right.
Right.
I'm finna
And
sit down.
144,000, that's a vibration, not a people. You have to vibrate yourself to a certain consciousness. That's what that is. It's not about
Right.
a number because I thought about that for a long time. How is God only going to choose 144,000 people and leave everybody else in the world to perish? All these good people. It's not that. It's about you reaching yourself to a certain vibration of consciousness, of understanding. That's what that is. It's up to you to reach that 144,000.
Right.
That's what that is. Oh, but hey, let's go into a conspiracy theorist song. I like my songs that are conspiracy theorist song. See if y'all like this one. Yeah.
Spies from China try to steal your mind's elation. And little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotation. And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world in all of Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication. Hey, El Sergeant Nero, while to break the spell of aging. Celebrity skin, is this your chin, or is that one you're waiting? Firstborn unicorn, hardcore softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication.
I got a question. What is
Yeah.
Californication?
Actually, it was the wrong song that I played, but it's okay. It was the wrong song I
Give
played.
it up for the DJ.
I was trying to help you out and let you hear something smooth, but it was the wrong song.
Yeah,
Hey,
next time you talk to Neon Angel, tell him
Hey,
don't take your requests.
he hit the wrong. I
Yeah.
said, look, Neon, this one. He was like, no.
Like Californication, that sounds like the problems that Diddy having right now.
Yeah. That's a good one. Oh, that's funny to me.
Oh my Lord. So any new worlds you
Yes.
got opening up?
Well, I not in right here right now, but let me tell you about another new world in the real life that's actually coming out of nowhere.
Okay.
Out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, there's a new mountain that just recently just popped the hell up. And it
What?
says that it's taller than Mount Everest right now and is growing at the rate of 127 feet per day.
Growing.
Growing.
Growing. It ain't growing.
No, growing
it
is the word that they
growing?
use, growing. So that's what I say too. How's a mountain growing out of the ocean? Now the water isn't receding.
Levels, I was gonna say the water level's not going
The
down.
water's not receding. So how's a landmass just coming upward and continuously upward? Leviathan. Who knows?
Well, remember we had this conversation before about with all of the earthquakes and whatnot. We don't know what those undercurrents actually affect. Now, where is this
Sure.
happening at?
In the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Pacific Ocean is on
that's California side.
California side. Okay, so ain't no telling what is being pushed up. It could have been, I don't know, like we've talked about earthquakes happening, and even though we don't feel them, you know, there's a certain amount of of whatever's
activity. Yeah.
on Earth, but we never really know what that effect is having underwater in our aquatic system. So that runs deep. So ain't no telling, like earthquake, something probably cracked open, and
I
I
mean, you got to
don't
think
know.
about all
Like,
the
what the
lost
hell?
civilizations that were here before or after floods and stuff that got put underwater. Maybe they're trying to rise back to the top and stuff. We never know. I mean, like you said, there's so much stuff that's unknown, that's underwater,
Yeah.
and it's just different, you know. So it's a whole new world down there. It's like almost like it's outer space underwater,
Yeah.
you know.
Something probably got knocked loose, broken, something
Hmm.
broke, because before they were saying that that piece of ice that broke off of that glacier that broke off that iceberg was the size of Illinois.
Yeah,
So
that's humongous.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, anything is freaking possible. And I
Yeah.
wonder, is that in the same region? Like, is that out on that side of the globe too? Now I'm gonna have to
Uh,
do some research and
Icebergs.
see.
I'm thinking either you going towards either the South Pole. I mean, excuse me, not the South Pole, but the North Pole, or you're going towards Antarctica. One of the two on that aspect. So I wouldn't think it's right in the Pacific Ocean.
Well, I mean, iceberg
That's
hit the
kind of warm.
Titanic, and they was on their way to New York, my dude.
Well, yeah, right. I guess you're right on that one. Well, that
Jeez.
was real world news of worlds that are coming up. In the metaverse world, within the next week, there will be a new opening of Kong 1, 2.
Oh,
Yes, yes, yes. And
okay,
they will be
okay.
linking to some beautiful worlds called what we call it, Over the River and Through the Woods, to Grandmother's House We Go. And it's going to be a collaboration between two great artists, myself and Miss Wicked Eye Green. And we are
That would
going
be me.
to, oh, yes, that would be her. And we are putting that together. It's going to be a combination of at least 6 to 7 worlds altogether.
Yeah, give or take, because the
Yeah, give or
first
take.
two, you got to pass the first two worlds to get to the next world. The next two worlds, it's a blend of. It's like do you remember the game Frogger? You got to get across the street without getting hit by the traffic. So there's all types of crazy stuff going on in there that prevents you from getting through the woods and through the forest and across the street. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna hit you, and if it hits you, then sorry for you, buddy. You got to start all over again.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's what it is.
But it's going to be
I
real interesting.
We'll have a no gravity oasis. It is like
Yes.
a giant bounce house, but the environment is complete. It's like a oasis forest.
Yes, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, the adults, you can come in, check it out. It should be released. Got some couple of things. Today's Thursday, so hopefully, over the weekend I'll be able to get that done, and be able
Yeah,
to
that's
come in here with some updated information and let you guys know how that is, and then you guys come over there and check that out. I also have a yard sale going on. I got some furniture out there that I am giving away. So if you look up underneath my name, you'll see it says yard sale furniture. I forgot the exact name, but you'll see it. But it definitely says yard sale. You go over there, like the world, save it, and add me as an editor, and I will make sure that everything that's in there you can have. All you got to do is go over there and check it out. If there's something over there you want, you get it all.
well, I want
Okay?
something.
Well, you want something, you can get anything you want. You know that.
Oh, there you go with that
What you need?
nonsense.
What you need,
I don't know
baby?
what you got. What you got? What you got?
I got what you need. I got
You
what
act
you
like a
need.
hustler over there, like you sweet Lenny, and you got plenty. Wearing a fur coat
I
with all the
got what
jewelry
you
and stuff in
need,
inside.
baby. I got what you
The
need.
dealer. That's what you
And I'm
sound
just
like.
saying, I gotta sell myself, because if I can't sell myself, I ain't about to let nobody else sell me. Shit.
Hey, that's how it is. That's it. I
The
feel
cut
you.
is never good when you let somebody else sell you.
Yeah. I've
I know,
seen that personally, especially in here.
I know the
And
pimp.
we will have our cash apps available for any donations or whatever.
Yeah,
Does anyone
the
out there have
pimp, but
any
that
new
pimp
worlds or any?
hand is hard.
Yes, it is. Hey,
That pimp.
be like Prince's daddy.
Pow.
Come down with it. Come down with it. That's right. Does anyone out there have any worlds or anything they would like to publicize here in the metaverse? We would be glad to put your information out there. And all you have to do is come down, step onto the little podium, and let us know what's going on.
And if you don't have anything right now, you can always hit us up at any other time. Let us know. We'll be sure to give you a shout out during the show. Don't even worry about the time frame. You see us on here and you got some information for us. Yo, you see us out here monkeying around, not handling business like we're supposed to. Hit us up and make sure that we stay on business.
And for you guys out there in the real world, checking us out on YouTube and Twitch, you can also call us at 415-890-3982 at any time to put information out. And we will deliver that information for you and put it out. And we have no problem helping you with any sports activities that you have for your youth programs. Just give us a contact and we will publicize that also. But here on Hott 102.3, we make all things happen. It's like the dreams come true when we get our hands on it, don't you think?
I don't know. You know what will really make my dreams come true? If some of these people that are watching us right now on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and TikTok, if you would just go ahead, if you would just go ahead and download the MetaQuest app and come in on your phones, you can come in here and you can sit here live audience and give us your questions, give us your comments, give us your requests. We take it all. Well, we don't take it all, but
and that'll also put you in the running to probably winning some of these prizes that we be having on Friday. You know, we got some good stuff going out.
I know you got a better chance at winning some stuff if you're down here in the audience, though. All you got to do is watch some of our. Well, we're not even gonna watch some of the shows anymore. If you've been watching Hott 102.3 during the day and during the evening shows, then the trivia will be based probably on that. So you guys if you guys been watching, you guys want to win something, just tune in and call the number up on the board. That's 415-890-3982 during our trivia hour, and you guys have the right answer, and we'll make sure you get the right prize.
That's right. That's right. And we're just glad to have everybody here right now because, like I said, without you guys, there is no us. And to have such wonderful people in the audience right now, we just want to thank you for joining us. You're giving us all the tools that we need to help you. And for us to help you is just a privilege. To be here in front of you is a privilege. To give you the information that we have is a privilege. And to spread all the conspiracy theories, that's just fun. That's the way I see it. Oh, it's just
the conspiracy.
I'm the conspiracy. So I got.
And with that, we are out of here. Thank you, everybody, for joining the AJ and Wicked Eye Green, who was always on the scene here at Hott 102.3, available here in Horizon World. Come on down, download the app on your phone, get you a headset, come in, hang out with us, be a part of the crowd, be a part of the family. We love y'all. We'll see you next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our other channels out there also. Love ya. See you later.
Get out the way. Go somewhere. They gotta see me. They need to see me. I'm the star. Hello, people. Hello.
Thank
Hello.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for joining
Wonderful,
us.
wonderful people.
Nice
Wonderful
to see
people.
you. Hi, nice to see you.
We take donations. We take donations. We take cash donations. Cash app also.
Hello, how are you?
Nice to meet you. I finally found the perfect love I searched for all my life.
Great show, ladies and gentlemen. Great show.
Look at you. Huh? Looks like you just got a haircut.
Yeah. Put the hat on when I come out.
Thank you, my love.
What's going on, B? How you doing, man? Michael Jackson shit loud as a motherfucker.
Get off. Tell Neon.
The deal is that I exit first and I press the button and start the music. And when you exit, you stop it.
No, I like the music to keep going. I want to hit a pump, pump it up.
Pump this up.
Dang, I can't hear nothing.
You can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Because we hear you.
Neon Angel Fish, bring your butt on down.
Dangerously wild, Miss Lady.
Still can't hear nothing.
You can't hear us? For real?
Because she done blew her damn speakers out. That's why I'm talking so goddamn loud.
Hold up.
That's the problem.
Is that's the problem?
Oh, I deal with it every morning.
No, you don't, do you? Let's see what's going on.
Oh, here it comes.
Don't start with me.
Well, can you hear us?
You heard that, huh?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, great show.
Good.
Good try. No competition with you guys, but we'll get there one day. We keep following our elders. Keep following our elders. We'll get where we need to be.